Hi everybody, welcome once again to this channel. If you are new here, consider subscribing so that you stay connected to every single lesson that will be posted here. Remember, this channel is designed to teach all economics lessons as per 2020 to 2022 syllabus. All right, as a part of introduction, I know some of you may be the beginners here. It's okay, you don't need to worry. I'm going to introduce to you to the basic economic concepts that you need to understand as you go on with other topics. These are essential concepts that will build a good foundation to understand better the all 6 chapters of the syllabus. Concept number 1. What is economics? What is meant by the term economics? Economics is defined as the study of how choice is made under conditions of scarcity. The study of choice making due to the existence of scarcity. Some economists define economics as the science of choice. Scarcity and choice are very, very important concepts in economics. You need to understand them better to understand better economics. Concept number 2. What is scarcity? What is meant by scarcity? Scarcity is a situation, is a condition where there are a limited quantity of resources to meet unlimited wants. So when limited resources combined with unlimited wants result into scarcity. Scarcity is the basic economic problem in economics. Economics exists, or we study economics because of scarcity. I do tell my students to say that thank you, scarcity, you have made me to study economics. You can do the same there. Okay, concept number 3 is choice. Now, choice is the decision to use scarce resources. How societies make a decision to use scarce resources, this is choice. Any decision to utilize scarce resources is meant or is referred as choice. Now, due to scarcity, choice must be made. Due to scarcity, economists must make choice. Who makes choice? Households, also known as consumers, make choices. Producers, also known as business firms, make choices, and governments do make choice. So choice is made by every single part of an economy, provided that there are scarce resources. These 3, household, producers, and the government, are known as decision makers of an economy. Concept number 4, it is known as opportunity cost. A very, very important concept as far as the economics is concerned. But what is it? Opportunity cost is defined as the next best alternative forgone when choice is made. So the next best alternative we sacrifice when we choose between things. This is opportunity cost. Remember, it is next best. Some of the students are confusing by saying it is best next. No. It is next best. For instance, if we have 2 choices, let's say a choice to buy an apple, for instance, and a choice to buy an orange. If you pick or you choose an apple and leave an orange, here we can say that the opportunity cost of choosing an apple is that of an orange forgone. The opportunity of choosing an apple is that of an orange forgone. All right, the other concept is needs, a very important concept, needs. What is meant by needs? Needs are the items essential for human survival. We survive because we have these items. Without them, we cannot survive. Needs are limited. They are few in number. Examples you can consider here: food, number one, that is a need and essential. Number two, shelter. Number three, consider clothing. And the last and very important, it is water. So without these items, human beings may not survive. For survival, human beings must get these items. The other concept is wants. Wants. So what is meant by the term wants? What is meant by the term wants? Wants are vice versa to needs. A good, interesting thing is these are desires of human beings. Desires we have can be defined as items not essential for survival. We don't need these to survive. Even if we don't get them, we still can survive. They are unlimited. Wants are unlimited. They are numerous, endless in number. For instance, if you pick these few examples, one may desire to own, let's say, an expensive car. If you don't get a car, does it mean you won't survive? No, you will still survive. Number two, desire to own an expensive phone. An expensive phone. But don't forget that there may be a lot of wants, desire to own an expensive watch and other items that may fall under desires of human beings. Now, after looking at your needs and wants, let us consider the differences between needs and wants. This is going to make you understand better the concept of needs and wants, starting with needs. Okay, needs, as we saw, these are essential items for survival, but they are limited in number, may not change over time, remain constant over time. But last one, if human beings don't get these needs, may result into death or some diseases. What about wants? Wants, as we saw, these are not essential for survival, non-essential for survival. Without them, life will still go on, okay? They are unlimited in the sense that they are many, numerous, but they change over time. They change with time, but may result into disappointment if not fulfilled. For instance, if one may have a desire to own an expensive car, a person may be disappointed if that desire is not attained. The other concept here is factors of production. Factors of production. What is it? Factors of production are scarce resources. Scarce resources used to produce goods and services to satisfy the needs and the wants. They are used to produce goods and services to satisfy the needs and wants. Keep in mind that these factors of production or these scarce resources are four: land, labor, capital, and enterprise. All right. Factors of production are also known as resources or inputs in economics, but you can also define them as inputs used to produce output. Inputs used to produce output. These resources can either be natural, human, and man-made resources. All right. The concept number 8 is production. What is meant by production? This means now utilizing or using these scarce resources to make goods and services that will satisfy consumers' wants and needs. So when we produce goods and services. When we produce output, these outputs are going to satisfy consumer needs and wants. We produce, for instance, maize or crops by using land or by using labor to satisfy human wants and needs. Okay, the other concept is products. Products. Products, these are output from production process. So after production, we get products. After production, we get products. Now, products include the goods and the services produced from scarce resources. The concept number 10, this is goods. What is meant by the term goods? Goods are tangible items used to satisfy needs and wants. They are tangible. They can be touched and seen. Examples include, let's say, a chair you are using now, you are sitting on, a book you are reading on your table, but a pen you are using to write these summaries I'm teaching you now. Okay, the last concept, the last concept is services. Services is vice versa to goods. Services are intangible items. They cannot be touched and seen. They cannot be touched and seen. When you consider the service of a teacher who is teaching you now, service of doctors, postal services, banking, insurance, transport, telecommunication, all these are services. They are services because cannot be touched and seen. We feel the service. Okay. Before ending my lesson today, let me expose to you the differences between goods and services. Okay, goods. Goods, as we saw, these are tangible items, can be touched and seen. But number two, they can be transferred in terms of ownership from one person to another, can be returned once bought. For instance, if you buy a phone from a phone seller or from a shop and they find that your phone is not working properly, you have chances of returning that phone so that you get the new one or the functioning one. Can be stored for future use. We can keep these goods to use them in the coming days. What about services? Intangible items cannot be touched, cannot be seen. But number two, cannot be transferred from one person to another. The service of a teacher is owned by a teacher himself or herself. The service of a doctor is owned by a doctor himself. So there's no way you can transfer the ownership of the service from one person to another. But the other thing cannot be returned once bought. Last, cannot be stored for future use. Thank you so much for attending this lesson. Get ready for chapter 1, that is the basic economic problem. If you are new here, I insist, consider subscribing so that you stay connected to all lessons of the 2020-2022 economics syllabus. See you next time.